Right, Aki Kareem here for Black Flash Promotions. I'm here with Pat Barrett. Pat, it's good to see you. I mean, we've been in the gym here this morning and it's a good vibe. It looks like everyone is doing what they should be doing. Are you on a good day today with the people in the gym?
Yeah, I mean, everything's going all right, really. Everyone's got something to think about. Everyone's in good stand. I mean, even from the lower ones to the higher ones. Look, Niall's doing all right. He's with Channel 5, Simon Wasserman. He's out in April. Zelfa's out.
February 15th,
And Lyndon's got the biggest fight of his career. The trilogy with Anthony Hard. Even little George Clean's got a Commonwealth silver belt youth title. Rizard's out on this Sunday. So, everyone's busy. Yeah,
Everyone's busy. It's great. I mean, the reason I wanted to catch up with you, Pat, really, is to talk about this. It's over 10 years deep in the promoting game now. And even longer with the likes of Zelfa, the likes of Lyndon. And so I just wanted to sort of grasp from you about how you've kept the longevity going over the years with yourself and with the Black Flash Promotions.
So you know what? I don't even think about it. I think more to the point is trying to keep it going was what was probably the thing that kept it going, because when you're trying, you're constantly working, you're not thinking about nothing. And now it's going where you don't have to try to keep it going because it's on a steady flow. Then now I can look back and think, wow, how did I manage to do this, or how did I keep this going for this length of time? It's like, you look at the likes of Zelfa and Lyndon, I mean, they've been going for a decade now. And then you think about a decade, it's like, wow, 10 years, just over. So, I mean, and they're still at the top.
Yeah.
So, I mean, most people within them 10 years, you know, how many people have we seen from when we was doing it come and go? They're not even boxing now, the careers are just gone. And it's mad that they're still here, still doing the same thing, still at that high thing of their life and cracking on. Same with myself, with still trying to bring the next ones through and hoping that we can replace it with the next generation of fighters. And more to the point, like we says, we've got Rizard who's doing very well. I still class him as one of my fighters, but really truly he came to me at a late stage. He'd been to a few of the gyms, and I'm not really one for taking fighters on like that. when they've been near there and they've got too many bad habits, too many bad ways, setting their own ways. It's hard to teach them. I think somebody came to me who's one, I know it might be a bit different, but he seemed to have done well. He's fitted in. He's done his time here. He's able to put up with my shit, which I've had fighters here, but I've had for time that really can't cope with how you are with them, because with fighters it's about ego, and no one can tell them what to do. They grow up, and it's not a question about you telling them what to do. I mean, sometimes you call it tough love. I don't do it because I hate them or anything towards them. I just think this boxing game's a tough game, and it's like Zelfa. He's never seen me as an uncle all these years. I'm more of a trainer, and I'm not going to blow smoke up his ass. The same with Lyndon. They've never seen me as family. They've just seen me as a person in the gym. You know what I mean?
You mentioned there sort of like you're hinting at bringing someone from scratch, which is usually the mark of whenever people talk about a very good coach, they say it's someone who's brought someone from scratch. Now you've got the proof there with Lyndon and Zelfa. So is that a more fulfilling to you? Is that what you're saying?
I mean, look, we're not just talking about Zelfa and Lyndon. I mean, we've got a kid here where he's gone now there, that kid on the pitch there.
Yeah, Matthew Ryan,
Matthew Ryan, again, he came to me from an amateur, and, Zelfa and Lyndon weren't my first champions. I think Matty Ryan was my first champion. He went on to become Central Area. Yeah. He also became English champion. And then he got beat off to Ted Cheeseman. So he came from nothing to something, and he did box once in the Bright Lights. And that was it really after the Cheeseman fight. But, again, I can do that because it's how you can get into a fight. That half of the time these fighters don't want to be told now. I mean, they're like little mad asses, you give them a couple shouting that and this and this, and the next thing, it's like being in the army. You know what I mean? If you can't be disciplined and then why join the army? Same with boxing. People might say, yeah, but you don't have to shout at us, you don't have to tell us like this, but you're going to have a guy that's going to come in your face and he's going to call you a pussy, and all kind of shit. He's fucking your girlfriend. And what you gonna do? What, have a street fight with him? Because you can't control, or you can't know how to deal with your anger and channel it in the correct way.
Yeah.
The aim of the game is to prove me wrong. Yeah, the aim of the game is to say, I can do this. And what mistakes you're making, watch. And you can reset yourself under all this pressure. But all you're thinking is, oh, you're embarrassing me, or you're shouting at me in front of... Do you know what I mean? And they expect you to change your character to suit them.
Were you like that when Brian was coaching you? Were you like a soldier, so to speak, where he told you to do something, or did you push back? Can you see it from that side of it as well?
See, with Brian, it was a different kind of way with Brian. Brian was a dead, nicely spoken, he'd talk to you. Yeah, and the way Brian would move on to you, he wouldn't tell you, and he wouldn't shout at you the same way I would do it. But what I learned over the years of helping Brian in the gym, that all these people would take the piss, like Tommy McDonough and things like that. I'm going to say take the piss, I mean that they thought Brian didn't have a clue, he didn't know things. But Brian was one of the most smartest people you could imagine. He was well clued up. So he used to tell to me, you know what, Patrick, this Tommy McDonough could be a fucking good in him, but he just doesn't seem to listen. He keeps going out, knocking around with his cousins and doing this and doing this. And one day I got a gripping of Tommy and I told him in the dressing rooms before they even started. And I put it on him in the worst way ever. And they made him realise, yeah, and then it was his choice from there. And with Tommy, I've got a lot of time for Tommy, because with some of these kids, I've got a lot of time for them all. It's just about, there's two sides. When I'm in the gym, but it doesn't mean you can't come and talk to us outside the gym. Do you know what I mean? And there's another side to me as well as it is how I am in here, ruthless. Because I think I don't mean ruthless as in that way, but it's a tough sport within. This is not where there's that sign saying here, we don't play boxing. And it's a true saying, you can't play boxing. Yeah, and this is where a lot of these kids get exposed. They say they want to be champions and they want to be this, but half of these kids, I had a good kid here, Connor Burton, absolutely sensational. Yeah, and then, after getting him 8-0 and nearly getting him to where he wanted to get, he just packed it in. And there's been a few kids like that, yeah. And also, don't forget, we also had, going back in time now, we had Alex Rutter. Mm-hmm. He was with us here. He went on to win the Central Area title with us as well. Yeah. So it's we do have the makings, or I do have the makings of creating my own champions, one way or another. And it's just about how the mindset is really. A lot of them don't have that same mindset. They're living a different life outside the gym, and they'll be boxers. Everybody wants to be boxers, but for all the wrong reasons.
Mm-hmm. Let's just quickly talk about we've talked about 10-year history here. Black Flash is still going strong. In 2025, by the looks of it, I sent a schedule the other day, and it's like, whoa, there's a lot of shows on there, and you're bringing shows round back to Middleton Arena, where you kind of started as well. So tell us about the plans for Black Flash Promotions for 2025.
It's just like fashion. It goes out of date, comes back again. It's like character building. It's just about restarting again, keeping the show smaller instead of having a massive, like before you got 10, 12 fights on the show. Now I just want to go like 6, 7 fights, no more than 7 fights on the card. I think it's better that way. It's more easier to manage, and the way things are going now, it's better for the lads. So something like Middleton Arena for George Colleen, it's right on his doorstep. So I can give him the chance to build him up, again with his ticket sales. Again, he fights for the youth title. Again, I've already been talking with someone for George to sign with. For once he's become
George's one, Commonwealth Youth. Yeah.
Commonwealth Youth title.
Yeah.
Yeah. Once he won that, then there's already talking where they can go and defend it, and hopefully they'll do a 3-4 fight deal with him. Do you know what I mean?
Fantastic.
So yeah, my plan is to get everybody more or less belted up this year, even the likes of Muhammad Ali. Mm-hmm. Obviously the Muhammad Ali.
Yeah, I'm managing from Humphrey Harrison's.
Yeah, and we're sitting down and talking this year sometime. He'll fight for some form of a title, and then moving him on. And that's the way it is. I want everybody now, what we've got more or less all seasons, just to have belts on them.
Yeah.
And just stepping their careers up and moving them forward.
Yeah.
I more want to concentrate on being a better manager than as well as a coach this year. Mm-hmm. So, you know what I mean? Even now, Brown, he's looking to fight for the title at the end of the year sometime. You know what I mean? So Yeah.
All right. Well, just to wrap up then. I mean, look, everything's going fantastic in the gym. There's big fights on the horizon. There's your own promotion going solid. It's a great circuit announced for 2025. Is 2025 going to be the biggest year outside of the Black Flash? Your own career. Is it going to be the biggest year for you? Do you think in terms of boxing?
I think it is. I think so because I mean it's nice. It's nice to achieve this what we call what's it called? This achievement that they've given us.
You're talking about the
manager of the year.
Yeah, the manager of the year thing you got from the Xboxers Association.
I mean, again, it doesn't mean nothing to me as in like that, but it's just nice that the Xboxers people see you for what you're doing. So I mean, it's nice to be recognised and get good credit for what you're trying to do in the sport of something that you've been in for so many years and you like it. It's just this gym here. This gym is what does it for me because I've got so much memories here and starting here and all these years being here and being a main asset of the gym like how Brian Hughes was. To me, it's like it's creditable enough for me.
All right, well, guys, please keep tracking what Black Flash Promotions is doing. What you need to do, please, is press the subscribe button if you haven't subscribed already to Black Flash Promotions, and make sure you tune in live on February the 8th for the show in Wales, and then a future schedule will be released. There is some top shows coming your way, from Middleton Arena to Bowlers to everything. It's all going on. Pat, thanks for the catch-up. I've enjoyed that.